Hi, Trevor here, reflecting on life through music. Thank you for stopping by. Well, I trust you enjoyed my last video from Christina Aguilera and through her song Genie in a Bottle, which came off that debut album in 1999. We looked at discovering each other in relationships, so I trust you found that one encouraging. Well, we're going on the last today. Although born in Cairns in 1970 in Australia, she has Torres Strait Island heritage, and this really much has influenced and inspired her performing journey. The last we're talking about is Christina Aguilera. Singer, songwriter, actress, musical theatre. Between 1995 and 2014, 7 studio albums, 2 live albums, 1 EP and 16 singles. You put Christina, apart from that Indigenous influence that she has, pop and acoustic rock. She's been in a number of TV appearances, including The Masked Singer in Australia, and a number of movie appearances as well. Christina's been nominated 17 times for ARIA Awards. ARIA stands for Australian Record Industry Association, very much the peak recording body in Australia, and she's actually won 5 times, so that's pretty amazing. Now, I probably first met Christine through the song Sunshine on a Rainy Day, and it's this particular song that's given me a bit of an opportunity to speak into the situation often we find ourselves in this world we live in. You might be sitting there today watching this video a little bit at the moment, and thank you for doing that. The world's gone really dark. You don't really understand what's happened. You don't understand how he or she or they could have done what they did. You don't understand the betrayal you might be feeling. You don't understand the disappointment, the frustration, and just the I don't understand about the situation. And as you look at this day, you're kind of hoping for bedtime to come, and you're thinking, I've got to get up tomorrow and do it all over again. I might be going to work and I really don't want to go there either. In fact, I just want to stay in my little unit and curl up into a ball. The world is a really dark place, and you don't really understand what you're going to do. You're hoping perhaps that maybe this saviour will come along and rescue you and whip you away to somewhere nicer. Well, even though there are people in our world who just seem to pick up on people and want to help them out, it's very much a case of you are in your world all alone. Question for you at this point, and that is, how is it going to change? How's it by that? What do I mean by that? Well, what I mean is, how's your world going to move forward in a way that you're going to be able to be safe and trust yourself and trust the world again? It comes down to more than mindset. It comes down to the way that we are and how we respond to the situation. First of all, there is a situation. Let's just say that. What I'm not saying, let's just get over this thing and move on. No, it's not saying that at all, because this stuff's pretty hard, right? It's all about, though, in your darkness, in the sadness and in the overwhelmingness that you've got here, that there needs to be some way, some little thing, some little spark that will get us just to consider the world in a slightly different place. And maybe it could be just as simple as a little thing like you look outside and you see a cloud. Or you go outside and you feel the warmth of the sun. Normally when we go outside, we don't really notice the sun that much. It's just kind of there. Thank goodness it is. But you might feel the sun, the warmth on your face. Or you might get really brave and you might go to a park. And you look around the trees and you look around the grass, you might see a bird flying around. You may not notice any other people. In fact, you probably don't want anyone else to be there. You want the place to yourself. Or you might drive to a place that you remember, a place you think, I actually feel good in this place. And and think, oh, I'm so glad for this moment right here, right now. Whether it's 1 minute or 5 minutes or half an hour, however long you're there. For me, sometimes when I feel a little bit sad, I'm literally 2 minutes from the foreshore. I can look at the sunset, and that's enough to make me feel a bit happier. Because, we've all been through stuff, even myself. And sometimes we need something to give us a lift. And so you're in that space and you're thinking, oh, wow. There's no one else there. You can just be yourself. You might just have your trackies on, whatever it is. Just go out. You find yourself in that space. And, it could be that you might need to go to that space every hour, every half hour. You might need to find a space to go, a space to be for a lot of times during the day. Because when you bring that space back to your house, and you look at your house and think, wow, it's just me. Another way of looking at it, though, is to think of, wow, this place is just mine, and wow, I'm really enjoying and appreciating the peace right now. I really hope it can get into me as well as I live this darkness of my life. And to just feel feel the space, feel the emptiness, but not as an empty thing. Feel it as a sanctuary, a place where you can just breathe and be yourself. Because it's going to be up to you, as you're not only dealing with the betrayal that you've just experienced, but also working on how you're going to live forward and to move forward in this world. It's going to be up to you to find those moments. There's not going to be anybody to do it for you. There may be people that, come across your path, but only goes so far. But when it comes down to the work that needs to be done to get out of, to walk forward with this thing, it's going to be you that does that. And, even if you see counsellors or psychologists, whatever you see, when you leave those appointments, you're the one that has to do the work. So what is it that resonates with you to bring that feeling? You might have forgotten about that feeling. Well, the encouragement for you today is to try and rekindle that feeling. Because it's in amongst the darkness we need to find these slithers of light. The thing that will bring a smile to your face, a resonance within you as it radiates within your heart. But you know what though? There are no words for what you're going through right now. There's probably not even answers to the why question, why did this happen to me? We look for answers, but sometimes there isn't one. So maybe we need to let go of, why did this happen to me? Then you're thinking, well, hang on, Trevor, what do you mean? I need to know why. I need to make sense of it. I need to justify. I need to know the reason why this has happened. There may not be a reason. Even if it's the worst of betrayals, the other person may not even realise that they've done anything, or if they do realise, they may not care that they've done it. The goodness in humanity sometimes doesn't measure up to our expectations of it. And people get left in the gutter. If you're in the gutter right now, look for the slithers of light to help you through. And just so you know that there's a guy on the other side of the screen here, reaching out to anyone who is feeling this way and just trying to bring a bit of light to them. So, yeah, I trust that will all be encouragement. I hate the word encouragement sometimes, but there's probably no other word really. Encouragement is one word, but probably there's a resonance deep inside you that says, yeah, he gets it. He gets me. That's my hope for today. Which brings me on to this song from Christina Aguilera today. Sunshine on a Rainy Day. Obviously, rainy in songwriting context often goes a bit further to this rainy as in my life is rainy, my life's a bit dark, there's just dark clouds everywhere. But the challenge thing, I suppose the great thing about this song, sunshine on a rainy day. This song is, I warn you, depends how you want to go. If you want to gradually ease into this one, we actually do have the official clip and a live version of this one. Now, if you want to ease into this song with a little bit more of an acoustic, laid-back version, the live version is absolutely stunning. Now, here we get to see why Christina Aguilera has got the respect in Australia that she has got, because her voice is absolutely stunning. It's strong, it's secure, but it's also tender. And in this particular stripped back version of this song, it just really, really captures you. You get goosebumps as you listen to this song and you think, well, wow, how amazing that this lady has changed this song completely into something more beautiful. There's an orchestra behind her, which just always adds a little bit to it. And so Sunshine on a Rainy Day and in the slower acoustic version could be just the thing you need. Of course, if you want the original version, we've got the official clip and this is a little bit more upbeat and very much more along the theme of Sunshine on a Rainy Day, where the emphasis being more on the sunshine than the rainy day. And so, it's a beautiful upbeat song. There's a beautiful keyboard hook in here, just makes it really stunning, and it's just such an uplifting, beautiful song. From the minute you hear the opening bit of this song, you're hooked. Well, I know I was, and I'm thinking, wow, I love this song. It came off the album Come My Way from 2000, so we've got the official and live clip on that one. Now, as I said before, Christine is Torres Strait Island heritage, and so we've got My Island Home. A couple of significant performances of this one. We had the 2018 Commonwealth Games opening ceremony in Queensland. That's a live version from there. We've got the whole didgeridoos and the dancing and a bit of rap and all sorts of things going in there. Absolutely stunning version of My Island Home. And it was also performed at the closing ceremony of the 2000 Olympic Games in Sydney. It came off the album Styling Up from 1995. Now, obviously, because Christine has Torres Strait Island heritage, she's talking about her island lifestyle. But obviously, Australia is also an island full of, desert in the middle, but beautiful green around the outside, and a very, very rich Indigenous culture of some 200 nations in Australia. And so you can't talk about Christina Aguilera without talking about this beautiful culture we've got in Australia. And with the last federal election, the first thing that was said was that they were going to acknowledge the Uluru Statement of the Heart. Now, I'm really, really hoping finally we're going to see, sort of on top of the apology to Storming Generations from Kevin Rudd a few years back, that we're actually going to see some actually concrete stuff that happens, because the Indigenous culture of Australia, all of the Aboriginal nations around Australia, have got so much to add to our culture. After all, they're the one that knows the Australian land better than any of us. So I hope that will be something that comes to light eventually. So, of course, we can't talk about Christina Aguilera without talking about this stuff a little bit. So we've got a live and official version of My Island Home. Apparently the band, the Warumpi band, where Christine kind of got her start, and they were very much an Indigenous band going back in the 1980s, 90s, somewhere around there. Very much when this whole concept of Indigenous culture was really becoming a bit more prevalent. These guys were right in the place at the right time, and Australia owes a lot to these guys in the writing of this song, My Island Home. We then got Colours of My Life. This came from the movie Unsound from 2020. This is all about diversity. And now if you are feeling a little bit, minority at the moment, particularly if you're going through a dark patch, may this song inspire you to look at the life and to look at the sunshine around you and to see that you have value, you have worth, and you have a future. So this is a beautiful song, beautiful artist to look at today. Thank you, Christine, for what you've brought to this world, and thank you for your stunning voice and just the way that you take us all along for a ride. So the link to those 5 videos are in the description below. And I've also included my last video from Christina Aguilera. So if you want to recap on her, feel free. Well, if this is your first time to Life Reflections Through Music, or you've come back for another one, welcome to everyone. Thank you very much for the engagement we've been getting of late. As you can probably tell, we go into all sorts of things in this channel because the big thing we're trying to do is to explain that, life is not simple. Life is not easy. Life is not, hey, look at me, I'm a good sort of thing. No, life can be tragic and hard at times. And the challenge, and for a channel like this one, I suppose with YouTube having a worldwide impact, you never really know where your videos are going to end up. And if it is, it's 3 o'clock in the morning, you just happen to stumble upon this one, well, it could be that you're meant to watch it. So I trust it will be an encouragement for you today. So thank you for everyone for hanging around. That's it for today. Next time we're going to get onto UK band The Clash. So until then, I'll catch you around. Bye for now.